Without further ado, welcome, Coach Simons. Thank you for joining me here today.
Thanks for having me.
So let's get right to it. So the 2023 softball season is upon us. So just give me your thoughts on this season and what can we expect in Clearmont, Florida next week as your team hits the road during spring break?
So I'm super excited about this season. The girls have been doing a really good job at practice, and I think they all have their priorities straight. We're going to be really young and experienced with, a few upperclassmen that have got that role, that experience under their belt. So we're going to look, to them to lead us. But overall, we have a good young class that, we're going to look to as well. So I think Florida, we're playing a super, super tough schedule, but, that's on purpose to kind of prep us for season. And we're looking to go down and compete. That's for sure.
And you talk about having a young team. Is there any underclassmen that you are really looking to see thrive in this season for you guys?
Yeah, for sure. Our whole pitching staff is a little inexperienced. So we have a senior, Meghan Simons, who is the most experienced pitcher. So we're going to look to her, her leadership and her guidance. And then we have returner Becca Landis on the mound for us, who will definitely get some time. And then, aside from that, we're looking to freshmen. So right now, I think we have Kendall Cahill, who's going to see a lot of time on the mound for us. She's really proved herself in practice, both, pitching and with her bat. Another freshman, Mackenzie Herman, you're going to see her on the mound for us as well. And then, a couple others, Chloe Bird, Brooklyn Schlaball, Emily Marsteller, who all were looking as a role player pitcher who definitely could be on the mound as well.
And it's great to see having more pitchers for your team this year. I know when I did your 2021 season, you kind of had Morrison and Basse as the normal two starters and then threw in a lot of relievers. So it's nice to see that you guys will have a lot of options this year for your pitching staff.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's one of our strengths. We have some depth in the position and we're trying to figure out, a good way to use them to be successful. And I think all of them have a really good head on their shoulders and accept the role we put them in. And, we strive for excellence and we expect that from them.
What is you mentioned it a little bit earlier. Well, what are some upperclassmen that you're looking forward to lead your team this season, and just some key bats you're looking into the lineup to really produce runs for your team this season?
Yeah, so obviously we're gonna look to Grace Heath a lot. She's a senior now. She's been a really, really good player for us over the course of the last 3 years. So we're going to look to her to lead us, offensively and defensively. She is our leader. She's our captain with the most experience. So definitely Grace in that lineup. And then, we have returners, Amanda Bish, Adri George. We're going to look for their bats to, really help in the lineup. And then some big freshman bats as well. We have freshman Faith Kiko, who's going to see a lot of time for us. She's really done a good job, and we'll see her behind the plate, definitely in the lineup. And then, a few others where they're proving themselves in practice, and, we're going to look at scouting reports and who can get in there for us. But you'll see a mix of speed and a mix of power this year. So we're excited to see how that plays out.
And you mentioned speed. I know you had Hellman as your leadoff hitter last year and in 2021. Do you have a designated leadoff hitter in your lineup this year, or basically just going off how games go down in Clearmont? Or
we'll probably shake things up a little bit, but our plan right now is to have Heath in that leadoff spot. She's a weapon. She can play small ball, she can play powerful, but she has the ability to get herself in scoring position as well. So I think we're going to be looking at her definitely at the top of our lineup.
Yeah, and Grace Heath is a great player. I know when I commentated you guys in 2021, she was a sophomore at the time and was playing center field for you guys. And that's nice to have her in the leadoff spot because she's got great speed in the outfield and has a nice bat.
Yep. We'll look to her a lot this year.
And we won't see you guys at 23rd Street until April 4th when you guys take on Marietta. So it'll be a while until you guys have your first home game. But obviously last year, lost 2 out of 3 to Ohio Northern in the OAC championship. So obviously trying to get back into that OAC championship game. And what are some goals you have in the conference itself?
First and foremost, we have to be top 4. Ultimately that's the goal that's given us a chance to, peak at the right time. But we feel really good about our squad. Again, we have a lot of depth. So I think ultimately we're trying to host the tournament. We want to win that regular season. We want to work ourselves right back into that championship game. I think, 2 years in a row now, the course of the last couple of years, we've been right there and we're just missing. So I think with that experience and remembering that feeling of getting knocked out, it could really play a big role into this year and just getting over the hump.
Yeah, like you said, get over the hump and coming on that vengeance season. And really looking forward to seeing you guys this season. And especially for the OAC. I know you guys have a lot of out of conference games this year as well. So that'll be exciting to see as well. Ohio Wesleyan, I think, was one of them. And then I believe Case Western as well. You guys will be seeing them. So that'll also be great to see you guys out of the conference as well. See how you guys fare against them as well. Should be some exciting games ahead of us.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, we're gonna go down south and have a pretty good test early on. So we're playing a really strong schedule, and we're looking to improve each game and be prepped for when conference play starts.
And your guys' first game is March 5th, right?
That's
March
correct.
5th
Yep.
Against Hudson.
Yes. Hudson, and then Dominican would be our second game.
And how many games do you guys play in Claremont? If I correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought you guys played like 10.
That's correct.
10. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you'll get a lot of action early in Claremont, and that'll be a nice starter of where you guys can continue in the season when you come back to Mount.
Yes, definitely.
So to close out here, we got some fun questions for you. And you might not know this until the season starts, but the fans want to know, who do you think has the best walkout song on your team, and who do you think is the best dancer on your team?
Oh, man. So the walkout song, I don't know the answer. So they seem to change that up each year, and I have not heard them yet. So that one might have to wait. But best dancer, I'm going to have to go with Caitlin Culver. Freshman, she's not afraid to bust a move at any given time. So Caitlin Culver is my pick for that.
And along with dancing, who do you think is the best singer on the team?
I would have to go with 2. So Brooklyn Schlabaugh, freshman, and Maddie Bittinger, sophomore.
But what do they like to sing? Or just pop music or anything that comes to mind?
I honestly don't know. I know both of them have a really good voice, and we're working on, making sure we get to hear both of them sing the anthem this year. I know Maddie did a couple times for us last year, but I'm not sure what their go-to music style or song is, but we like to put them on that spot and make them sing for us.
Well, Coach Simons, thank you for your time. And we look forward to seeing you and your girls March 5th out in Claremont, and looking forward to a great 2023 softball season for the University of Mount Union.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. See you March 5th.
All right. Sounds good.